Bonjour class. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to walk you through a little bit of how to write the advice for the advice column. So earlier you've been working on the problems for the advice column, and I've collected those in, and I'm going to keep collecting them in. And what we traditionally do is redistribute those problems. So you are not going to write advice for your own problem. You're going to choose a different problem and write advice using the conditional tense to advise this person what you think they should or should not do, what would you do, etc., using the conditional tense. So we've practiced this in class, and now's your chance to kind of shine. So this is I've created a mini assignment. So this is just a draft within the overall larger assignment. Okay, so you can submit and check as you're going that you're on the right track, and I can have a look at it and tell you if I see any glaring issues, I'll let you know. Okay, so in these lessons, you will choose 4 problems. So you're going to click here, and it'll make you make a copy, just so that people aren't obviously all on the same one. And then you'll see, like, and this might change. This is going to get updated as more problems come in. Right now, I've just gone with however many have been turned in, which is probably enough anyway. So they're all written by you guys, by FR3. So you may well read those and think, oh, that's my problem. Okay, wonderful. So you're going to read and choose 4. So, okay, let's come back to that. Then once you've chosen them, you're going to click on this link, which is the graphic organizer, where you're going to write your response. Again, it's going to make you make a copy. And les conseils means advice. So you are going to copy and paste the problems into this box right here. So let's say I'm going to take this. I'm going to take, I don't know, this one right here. And paste it right here. Well, I got rid of the problem, but let's see if I can just paste it. Oh, whatever. It doesn't really matter. So I've already read this problem and I know what I want to say. And then I'm going to write my advice right here. So, cher Olivier, parce que the person is called Olivier. And then I'm going to write my advice using a conditional tense. So, si j'étais toi, je blah, 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 blah. Je parlerai. Okay. I'm going to continue like that. So you've got problem 2, problem 3, problem 4, and then advice 2, 3, 4. So for each one, you're going to write your advice right here, and that's it, simple. And then submit this. I do need to see the problem because I need to know what your advice is. Like, you can't just submit advice because I need to know what the problem is that you're talking to, but I'm only going to be looking and checking your advice. Okay, so your problems are your problems, your advice is your advice. The reason that you can copy and paste the problem across is because that's somebody else's problem. So if you see that there are errors with their problem, like in terms of grammar or spelling or whatever, then just leave it, because I'm not grading their problem as your problem. Okay, your problems are being graded for you and your advice is being graded for you. The reason that you're taking somebody else's problem is just to have that challenge of, and the fun really of like reading the problems that have come up and being created by other people. So just as a reminder, when you write your advice, you should include at least 1 good conditional tense in there, if not more. Show off. You'll see here in the problems, there's a range of sizes of the problem, so I don't mind as long as you're hitting all of the criteria for the assessment. As a reminder, or as an example of previous years, obviously we did it on paper. See how this was a copy cut out of the problem, and then this is the advice. So you do not have to rewrite the problem, you're just copying and pasting the problem and writing your own advice here, and that's what you get your grade for. So I'm just going to quickly, oops, that's not quick. remind you of the rubric and where we're at. So there are 2 grammar points that we've learned in this unit, and these are both represented on the rubric. The conditional tense is 1. So I need to see that you can use the conditional tense well, appropriately, and conjugate it well. You need to, if you only do this a little bit or you don't do it very well, it's going to be down here. If you use a lot and you're using it well and it's appropriate, very minimal errors, then it's going to be up here for the conditional. In your problems, you should have already used reciprocal verbs. Again, use a lot of them, use them well, conjugated well. If you've submitted your problems already and you realize, oh my goodness, I don't think I put many reciprocal verbs in there, then you can always put your reciprocal verbs in your response if you can, if that's appropriate, okay? It doesn't say the reciprocal verbs has to be in a problem and a conditional has to be in the solution. It's just that's what naturally would work better, and that's how I've guided you. But if you have a lot of conditional in your problems and a lot of reciprocals in your solutions, then that's okay. As long as it's represented across the work that you've done, that's how you're going to get the grade. And then I do want to see a variety of vocab specific for amour et amitié. So up till now, some of you have lots of that. There's things in there which I'm like, oh yeah, we did that in a reading. We've learned that throughout the unit. And some of you are writing random great problems, but I wouldn't say that it's ticking the box of specific for what you've recently learned. So it's okay, but it's not exceptional. So focus on that. And if you haven't done it already for the problems, then focus your solutions on that at this point, okay? Just another reminder of the rubric. By the time you come to submit it, it should make sense. All your accents should be there, should be organized, creative. It should be entirely in your own work. I'm going to stop the share so I've got you full screen. There's been some problems that have come in, which I know for sure are Google translated. They are not in your own words, and so you're going to fail. And I hate to be harsh with it, but I'm just not going to grade it. So you need to make sure this is 100% in your own words, even if there are mistakes in it. You need to use what you know, what you've been learning in class. That's all you need. If you have any questions or worries, concerns, then you need to speak to me. I will try and give you feedback as timely as I can, but I now only have 1 week left before I have a baby. So he could come any day and I might not be here. So you need to be on it, keep into your deadlines, and let me know if you're having problems with the assignment. So, over.